We have finally made it, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. We are finally at the global feats, or the event feats of Conquest for the Stranger. We've done sectors 1 through 5, baby. I've got them all together on a single playlist for you to watch through in case you need to sit up any sector looking for your feats to be done. Go check out my videos there. Let's talk about global feats. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The global feats, the easiest of all feats, you might say. We're going to go through these line item by line item just to talk about them a little bit and see what we can do. All right, so the first one, challenging victory, is the opposite of a challenge or a victory. All we have to do is defeat 250 enemies on the golden challenge path. That golden challenge path is this. You see this one? That's not really golden. It's more of a muddy brown sort of color. Maybe I'm colorblind. Huh. I never thought about that. Anyway, maybe I am colorblind, but just defeating enemies on this as you progress. And you want to be going on that challenge path anyway, because it opens up additional opportunities for you to get more choices of data disks, essentially, so that you can sort of fine-tune your data disks a bit better as you go through. You'll get this feat organically as you go. Even if you can only really beat one node, you could technically farm it, but you should get it as you progress throughout Conquest in general. Next up, follow my lead. Attempt to call allies to assist with booming voice 60 times. You've got to complete the can't touch this. Can't touch this. You've got to do the can't touch this feat, which is actually pretty easy. It's this one down here. You need to evade at least 200 attacks in battles that you have won. This is really easily cheesable against a turn meter generating node if you happen to have GL Ray. It can be done in any sector at any given point in time. Let's have a look to find a good node. So here we go, right away on sector 1. We've got a Mon Mothma node. Mon Mothma nodes are full of turn meter generation, but you could also do it against like an Imperial Trooper node or a Geonosian node. Something that generates a lot of TM is always the best way to go. I'm just seeing if we've got an Imp. Here we go, an Imp Trooper node. So with Imp Troopers, all you want to have is Ray. Ray has the benefit of her leadership. Whenever your allies have got inspiration and the enemy gains turn meter, you're going to be gaining 5% mastery. Okay? You want to pair that with characters in the game that are light side and can generate evasion as their mastery. Okay? And there are a number of characters that can do this, quite a few. So if we just filter by light side first and foremost, I'll go through some of the better units to have. So I'm talking about units like, for example, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is not one, so don't go for him. It's a good start. Now, Ezra is one, but he's probably going to do too much damage. You probably don't want to take in Ezra. He's a really good one, though. But characters like, for instance, who could we use? JTR as an instance. Yep, absolutely she is. You could use characters like Shaq T. She's another good one. OG Cal Kestis, he's another good one. And you could just throw in someone like Yoda to pass foresight as well. Now, in an ideal world, you just don't want to deal any damage here. You don't want to deal any damage, okay? So you could even throw in something like, you know, like throw in Watt over here. So you can put some recovery tech so that your Ray is constantly able to use that life bleed. So you could put this Chewy Ab med pack over here, so she'll be able to use lifeblood every single time. Pass it over to a character, and pass it over to a character. When this inspiration is passed over here, this is what's generating, this is what will generate, sorry, our ability to gain turn meter, right? So do not use something like that wave over there. But as soon as these guys start gaining turn meter, this is where the fun begins. You see the dodges are happening already, okay? They're constantly gaining turn meter, which is pumping up the mastery on these characters. So Shaq T over here, Cal over here, JTR, they're all evasion characters. Look, they already can't hit us. They can't hit us. All we have to do is win the battle at this point. You will eventually take a turn with Ray, and even in the 5 minutes here, if all you do is go into ultimate, you'll probably clear the entire board. It's really, really good. So as you can see, they can't hit her. Now, Cal and Shaq T are not currently gaining turn meter. They are not gaining turn meter because they don't have inspiration. Only only Ray had inspiration and JTR at this point in time. In order to get inspiration, your GL Ray needs to take turns, okay? So you can see over here, she's given it to herself. If she already has inspiration, 1 to 3 stacks, she'll pass it to an unknown ally. This way, we've got a tank tech on JTR. She's got crit hit immunity, so she can't be hit, and she's got the inspiration, so every time they're gaining turn meter, they're evading. You just burn this out. When you're ready to complete, go into ult, and to be honest, we'll put it on auto as well. And we should have a very, very easy time. Look at those. Dodge, 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 dodge. Boom. Ray, on the other hand, as a GL, has damage output as her mastery. So when they're gaining all this turn meter and you've got inspiration, it's a good thing for your damage output. Yeah, really easy way. You'll be able to get this done in one battle. You'll get your booming voice. You'll be able to then equip it and use it for the rest of the Conquest. Really, really simple, really, really easy. You can get this done quite early on. Like I said, this is a Sector 1 node. Forget about it. Next up, we've got Gain Profit 100 times. Now, gaining profit, this does not count for 1 unit, and I can explain why. Newt Gunray over here was the very first character in the game to actually have the profit buff. He was the very first introduction. However, Newt Gunray's profit does not count for the global feat. I don't know why that is, but I think it's because there is nothing in his kit, in the mechanics, that targets it as a profit generation. Instead, they call it extortion marker. Extortion. Okay, so I'm going to send a message to CG about this, but we've only got this extortion marker counter instead of a profit counter for Newt. So when he gains it, it doesn't impact the global feat. So unfortunately, don't think that you can go ahead and use Newt. Right now, at the time of this recording, Newt Gunray's profit does not work for the global feats. You have to use the newer pirates. Now the good news is even if you don't have GL Hondo, even if you don't have Maz Kanata, you can still get profit feats done with the rest of the pirates. The bad news is I'm not in the best position to show you. I'm not in the best position to show you because all of my pirates are at very high relic levels because I invest in them in order to make videos for the raid. So all of my pirates are more or less relic 9. You know, so me saying, oh guys, it's just easy, just taking your relic 9 Athano isn't very useful to you at home. However, I am aware that a certain Sexy Vexy has a very good video on getting profit using a Gear 12 Ithano. This is the video in question. I'm going to link this in my description down below, so please, if you've got the opportunity, if you want to use lower invested pirates, he's using, I think it's a 4-star or a 5-star Gear 12 Ithano to get this done. Go over to Vextron's channel, he goes over in detail how to go about doing this. I haven't looked at this, I've just seen it's got good progress. Can you see the investment over here? Now, I can understand how this works. Using JML with Wat Tambor, put the tank tech on JML, keeps him alive. I guess she's a pirate, she probably gains stacks of profit through Ithano's leadership, and Brutus over here, Brutus is able to gain 5 stacks of profit at the start of battle if you've just got a dark side pirate lead. Okay, so Brutus is a very easy way of like no-braining your way through it. You can do it with like a really low gear Brutus. Let's go ahead and just show him real quickly. But over here, I think it is on his Mutineer special. If the ally in the leader slot is a dark side non-galactic legend pirate, Brutus gains 5 stacks of profit at the start of battle and 100% defense. So yeah, you only need to take that unique to level 5. So it's super easy, low gear investment. You don't even need any real gear on him, just enough to get that to level 5. You could throw that in with Captain Athano. Yes, it will take you some time. That's 20 battles basically of having a dark side pirate with Brutus. Even those with no investment can still get it done. So if you do, like Vex was showing there, go in with Jedi Master Luke, who is a really good pre-taunting tank. If you've got Wat in there, Wat puts the tank tech on Luke. Luke will then get a tank. And then I'm guessing he's just using another pirate in order to generate additional profit. Because under Ithano's leadership, I believe it's if you've got more buffs than you have debuffs, you're going to gain a stack of profit at the start of your turns. So use any pirates that you can. I will show his video. I believe he's using it versus the mid-sector boss in Sector 1, so that you can use the additional time that you get in that boss battle. Because boss battles are doubled length, basically. Takes you... gives you 10 minutes worth of time. He's gone ahead, put tank tech on Luke, he's put weapons tech on Ithano. Ithano does generate foresight every time he takes a turn, so the enemy's going to miss. And this enemy team here has 0 AoEs, so they can't really target anybody other than Jedi Master Luke. So it's a good way of getting a bunch of profit done without too much stress over here. So yeah, go check out Vexatron's video for a full in-depth guide of this. Otherwise, if you just use Pirate King Hondo, in like 1 or 2 battles, you will get the global feat straight away. It's really easy if you've got Maz or if you've got Pirate King Hondo. It's kind of a joke, to be honest. But this is an option to people if you do not happen to have investment in your pirates, okay? It doesn't have to be JML either. Just try and get your tankiest unit, absolute tankiest unit. You could probably use someone like GBA, do the same sort of setup. You could probably use someone like Malgus, do the same setup. You could use Crew, do the same setup, etc, etc. You just want to try and get whatever you've got tankiest. If you have to, use consumables to make yourself more survivable. Amazing. Next up, attempt to inflict evasion down. 80. Now I'm going to be using Old Faithful over here. That's right, the Droideka. The Droideka node is always good for debuff feats. In particular, if you happen to have this data disk over here, we use this quite a lot for this particular node, Unshakable Focus. This basically is going to ramp your potency infinitely, and it's going to remove turn meter when you land debuffs. That's really, really useful when going up against a Droideka node in particular, to guarantee that you are able to constantly lower the turn meter on Droideka. So we're just going to equip it and we're going to show you. So let's go over there to this Droideka node. I think it was over here. So anyway, this is the team that we're going to be using. It's just a CLS team with Old Ben. Old Ben's super useful because his basic over here inflicts evasion down on a basic. So you know the drill over here, guys. We're going to be going after a Droideka node. It can be any Droideka node, realistically speaking. You just need to wait for him to get into damage immunity, and then we are going to go all in on him on full auto basic. All right, so we want to try and get rid of the enemy team as quickly as we possibly can. Let's see if we can get confusion over here on Maggie, so Maggie can't taunt. I'm going to do the ground and pound to get people out of stealth, because we do want to get rid of General Grievous. Ooh, we nearly had him then. I'm just going to use this taunt right now. Oh, Droideka, behave yourself. Droideka. Need to get round to CLS very, very quickly. Ah, that's good. He's got the taunt. Okay, get rid of Grievous. Now we're not forced into targeting that Droideka. We just need to get rid of the rest now. Excuse me. All right, so we just want our Droideka over here getting into that damage immunity, and then we can start playing for real. Good, 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 good. Counterattacks, please. It would be nice if we could get a few more counterattacks than this. Just a few more, pretty please. So there we go. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to try and get that tenacity down over there on the enemy Droideka. Yeah, over here. Just go after the Droideka. Why is... Oh, it's because normally they assist on CLS, but it's gone over to Ben right now. So let's go ahead and just do a basic. We'll need to get rid of the enemy team as quickly as we possibly can. All in over here. I'm going to call in Chewbacca to get the tenacity down. I'm going to flip this on back and reverse it. I do want to get rid of everybody that I possibly can right now, because we don't want to be constantly stuck behind all this extortion. Extortion is a real bad thing for us. Yeah, I'm going to strip back the turn meter this way with the wave. Let's look to get rid of everybody. Okay, cool. Once we're over here, we should be able to just go auto and basic. Auto basic should be able to control this enemy team, because every time we're landing on these debuffs, thanks to that data disk, it is stripping away additional turn meter. We've also got TM stripping from basics on CLS, basics on Han, basics on C3PO. And then we've just got Old Ben over here constantly applying that evasion down every single time he's called to assist. If you use something like Booming Voice, this will go even faster. Even faster. Also, if you're not like me and you apparently have just got like no mods on my Ben, I never use Old Ben, then hopefully you should still be able to have the guard on CLS, which makes this even better again. Especially if you've got Booming Voice, you know, lots of assists from CLS, even more assists from the Booming Voice, yada yada yada. You can just let this run, and when you're ready to win the battle, put it to full auto, you'll dispel that damage immunity. Get rid of the damage immunity, you can kill the Droideka in one big hit. You can see he's ramping up 80 exposes right now. That's rather a lot of exposes, and he has no chance of getting out of this. So, real easy way of getting that evasion down. Now, obviously, that's not the only source of evasion down. These are the evasion down characters that exist in the game currently. Amilyn Holdo, I believe it's on her basic. Bastila Shan is on her fear ability. Bodhi Rook, nobody knows Bodhi Rook, who knows? what Bodhi Rook does. Cal, I think, does it on his AoE. Yeah, he does an AoE evasion down on a second special, 3-turn cooldown, so you could use Cal. Captain Silver, I think it's on his basic. Geonosian Spy, it's on his yeet. Not a useful one to use, because that yeet normally defeats the opponent. Santi does have it on his basic, which is quite nice. Old Ben is on his basic. Padawan Obi-Wan. We know how good Padawan Obi-Wan is. This is tied to his Omicron, so if you've got that, use his Omicron. Sith Assassin, don't know. Yada, yada, yada. But yeah, Old Ben is, in my opinion, the easy way of getting it done, apart from Padawan Obi-Wan. Win 20 battles with a full squad of Galactic Republic. Galactic Republic is one of the best factions in the game. There are loads of really viable squads that you can use for the Galactic Republic feat. You've got Jedi Master Kenobi, so Jedi Master Kenobi with Cat, and GK, and Ahsoka, and maybe Gas. If not, you can use Gas with the 501st clones. That's going to help you with some of the clone feats as well. You could use Queen Amidala with Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, Padawan Obi-Wan's Omicron, helps you with a lot of feats. Throw in Shaq T, throw in GMY, you've got a full team there. What else have you got that could work potentially? OG Bad Batch, another team that can work really, really well. You can use a standard Padme team. There are just oodles and oodles of options for Galactic Republic that you can use multiple alters. Keller and Beck, Jedi Master Mace Windu, you've got dozens of teams. Not really dozens, but loads and loads of characters. So Galactic Republic, super easy ones to get with. Evade 200 attacks. We've already gone over how to do the evade 200 attacks. Super easy feat. Win 20 battles with at least 4 Darkside clones in your squad. There are a total of 4 Darkside clones in the game. Use them, I guess. If you've invested much in your raid teams, you should have pretty good investment inside of your clones. You'll have no problem with this feat. Just go back to the early sectors, use those bonus nodes to get yourself some data cache and that sort of thing. Obviously, it's going to be Scorch and CX2 and Apo and whoever that other one is, Disguised Clone Trooper. Easy money. You must learn control. This is the easiest feat to do in terms of technical capabilities. Basically, all we need to do is complete the feat for the profit, which requires you to get profit 100 times. You get this deployable cooling systems consumable. To get that second feat done, all you need to do is go into your inventory, go to consumables, find your deployable cooling system, mine is there, and equip it and do a battle. You don't even need to win. It's so easy to get done, guys. So easy to do the You Must Learn Control. Gives you 15 key cards over there, really, really easy. And then finally, what have we got here? I haven't done this one. This one is, oh, sorry, you can't really see this, guys. I apologize. Underworld Legends, it's called. Underworld Legends. Win 3 battles with Hondo Anaka, Lando Calrissian, and Dash Rendar in your squad. Well, that's Hondo, Lando, Dash. Hondo, Lando, Dash. I mean, we could do that. If it doesn't give you any key cards, it gives you a title. But we could do that all the same. Hondo, Lando, Dash. I mean, who should I use that with? It honestly doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter who you use that with. But I kind of want to have fun. So I'm going to use Reva with Grand Inquisitor. We're going to get a Hondo, Lando, and then Dash. Good thing is these 3 are all support types. So if you are running a Zealous Ambition data disk setup, you're going to have a great time over here. I'm just going to do anything. I'm going to hit auto in this bonus node at the end of Sector 1 so I can earn myself some Datacron materials. Dash is going to do his thing. You just do that 3 times. You just do that 3 times. In the first 2, you could even go JML with Watt. If you've got no investment in those scoundrels, just throw JML in with Watt and put the tank tech on JML. Have some fun. I'm just going to do this a couple of times. Just for a laugh, maybe I'll throw in an Adrad lead, because as you can see, that opener over there does just kind of destroy face. Thank you, Dash Rendar. Yeah, let's do that once actually. Let's do that once, just for the last time. Once more with pride, we can go Admiral Radus, and I guess we'll throw in Jin because those 2 are inseparable. They're joint at the hip, ladies and gentlemen, and this will round off our conquest. Adrad. Never change, good sir, you giant fish, you giant fish-faced individual, you. Hey, there we go. We're outlaws now, but I'm still a princess in this game, so that's just the way I roll, baby. That is just the way I roll. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for our global feats. Give yourselves a round of applause. Clap yourself on the back. Go pull up a pew, light a cigar, have a cup of tea, maybe a beer, maybe a shot of whiskey. I don't know. Do what you need to do to help unwind after a long, stressful conquest. Sit back, relax, and farm those Datacron nodes, baby. Because Datacrons will help you rise in GAC better than anything else in this game. Apart from a big, fat stack of cash, am I right? Hey! Anyway, I'm just happy it's Friday. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.